They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tennessee Titans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 6. Back to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. It's Hillman, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd down and 8. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. It off out of the gun, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told me, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hillman, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. he's got his man. It's Gallup. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On first down, Hillman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And incomplete on a deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They go play action now. Jackson.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Again, Jackson.
And for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Titans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try to get the ground game going with Hillman. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Now they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
They'll toss this out right for Evans. Evans has got the first down and then some.
And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. They'll run on first down. Hillman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here's a handoff to Evans.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, Hillman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think I wasn't a quarter. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll run on first down. Hillman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
On the handoff, Evans.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, This is a different game, but as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Hillman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line...
And it's a Titans touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Titans, they've got the football back and they've got it in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Titans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2nd and 9 now.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
This is Hillman on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Second and 14. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try to run some clock with Hillman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.